Well, I heard some stories. I'll name a name now. Roadrunner Records. I heard a story about Carnival was supposed to sign with them, but didn't because Roadrunner wanted them to change their name to Dark Carnival or something like that. And I've heard a few stories from a few small metal bands who were supposed to sign with Roadrunner, and they're just trying to control everything.
Oh yeah,
and the bands are like, fuck off.
Yeah, when you're in this sort of position where you realise you can have a career without the label. I think it's when bands are really young and they're desperate to jump forward. They might sign anything or pop artist, yeah. Whereas we go, we'd be quite fine if we're independent. So we're only gonna, do the major label thing if it's a good relationship and you're not going to tell us what to do and all that stuff. And that's the deal they put forward. And the contracts will make sure that we couldn't be told what to do and all that stuff. And it's just a happy, positive relationship. So there are positive major label experiences. Look at some of your favourite bands. All our favourite bands around the world, they're all usually signed to major labels. But I think because they've got power, because they can actually, they've got a following and all that stuff, they can. I think there's two different types of record deals. There's the one for the bands that will sign anything, and then there's the ones for the bands that will, have got some strength and power. And
well, I know one band that you've had a lot to do with, Cold. They're still independent, aren't they? I'm pretty sure.
They're just under an independent label.
Yeah. So they're still underneath the label's control. It's just not a big label.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Pretty much the same. I think they got the same budget as what we've got and that kind of stuff. So it's all the same. Yeah.
Well, you guys, in Australia, all the hard rock bands seem to all fall under one category, and it seems like all you are quite close. Like I know you, Kim, you're mates with the guys from Butterfly Effect, and you, Rob, you've actually made a website with Lucius from Cog as well. Is it like one big family?
Yeah, well, this scene isn't about fashion or image or pretending to be something you're not. It's just about all these bands who write songs about being yourself, and so that what comes naturally is people being themselves in that scene, and most people are generally good-hearted people, and you become friends because you're doing the same kind of thing in the same scene. So we're all friends with those bands, and things just happen naturally. Mate, like Lucius wanted some help to put his site together because I do that for work on the side. That used to be what I did for a job before this band, and I just went, sure, I'll help out. He's got a good message. He's trying to wake people up to what's going on in the world. So I was more than happy to help him put it together.
And for people watching, the site that you're talking about is called Rabbit Hole News.
RabbitHoleNews.com.
Yeah, it's quite kind of hard-hitting topics as well.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's funny. Most people don't when they hear things about political things which sound really crazy. They all reject it all and everything. But the reality is that the media stories you hear all the time are quite crazy. When you look at it,
the veil that's being put over your eyes is probably a lot more hardcore than what that site is. And it's so much more advanced and all encompassing as well.
What that site is, it's not like a site telling you how to think or anything. It's simply a list of different links, research links, for you to go and sit there and watch stuff on the internet. You can be totally cynical. You can watch stuff, and then after a while, things start to link up and form undeniable questions which you go, wow, that's really interesting. I wouldn't get that from watching the news. There's all sorts of things which just don't make it to the news, so it's like an alternate source of news and information, and it's just as credible as what Channel 10 News or whatever puts on for you. And
what about Today Tonight? That's pretty credible.
Today Tonight.
They hit the hard issues,
It's just a good collection of
supermarkets are ripping you off.
Massive intelligence reduction.
There's a lot of heavy stuff going on in the world, and it's still progressing because people aren't really speaking up or looking. So it's just a bunch of information to look at to broaden your palette of.
Make your own informed
decision. Make your own decision. That's right. Yeah.
Okay, to finish off our interview today, what can we expect from Dead Letter Circus in the next 12 months?
We're gonna
start on a new album.
Yeah, we're making a start now on the next one. Right.
We want this one to be a lot quicker than the next one because now we're,
feels like with the last one that because we broadened out with a few different styles, and everyone seems to love all of it. So it means that our playground, what we can do, is so much larger compared to what was before. Before we wouldn't have been surprised if we got a massive backlash from some of the experimental stuff, but now it just feels like alright, everyone's into it, so we can just expand from that.
The most important thing is that we don't feel like we've reached the end of what we can create. We feel like we already kind of have it set in our mind now a direction that we want to go with the next one. We like to be a band that, you know, takes you on all the best bands have albums that take you on a bit of a journey for the next one. Like one album might be really big and popular, then the next one might not be as popular, but it's still full of amazing things. And so
and a bit of an overseas mission. So we'll go to the UK in October, and then
have you ever thought of hitting up any of the major overseas music conferences? So South by Southwest?
Yeah, we're actually going to go to, we were invited to come this year.
Yeah.
But we got to the end of our budget that the record company gave us to make the album, and we sort of faced with the decision, we wanted another month to work on it, because we really want to be, you know, we need to feel proud of it, first and foremost. And we needed an extra month, and they said, well, we can't give you any more cash, and so we chose to not spend $20,000 to go over there and put it back into the album.
Yeah, so that's it's a good... We're really happy we did that. Cause some bands would go, stuff it, let's just wrap up the album, got the singles, we'll just wrap it up and let's go over there and do that.
Have they two awesome songs and then fillers for the rest?
We set out, you know, I think we achieved that. We didn't want to have a filler album, so...
Yeah, and just like, it's good to have a positive label story amongst it. They were like, cool, no worries. Because they would love to see us get signed in the US, and it means that, you know, that it becomes a lot easier for them here, and I'm glad to put one positive.
We've done Muse
story
Expo, so we've done one over there in April last year.
That was really good, actually. From that Muse Expo show, we got signed to a booking agency over there called CAA, which is quite a big one over there. So they're kind of on standby, waiting for us to come over there, and then they'll use their connections to get us seen by various people and stuff. And but with the States, you just kind of take it all with a grain of salt. It's a pretty messed up place over there, especially the music industry. Everyone's trying to formulate success, and
he didn't like my spoken word, so it didn't work out. I dropped a few like "you're my bitches," but didn't really
pop a cap in your ass.
I hadn't shot anyone. I hadn't really shot her, but
See, over there in his, you know, hood, you can't really get any cred unless you shoot someone. So.
Are you speaking from experience?
Yeah, totally. Nice one. Anyway, boys, thank you very much for talking to us today. You're on Press Recorder 9.